Hey! What the heck you doing in my house? Really? I know it's been a while since I made a video, but it's breaking and entering. It's November 16th, 2021. It's like 11:45 and getting pretty cold. It's like 3 degrees out right now, pretty windy, and I've got someplace to store my Max Air fan that I still haven't installed, and for good reason. But anyways, I'm going to move this where I can store it for the winter, and so I can have this space for my garage / fridge and freezer. Yeah, sometimes it can be a freezer. But anyways, I'm going to show you how full it is before I clean it out. That way you can get an idea. Just a minute. Woo. So there's a peek inside, but look at this. It's just stuffed, like really messy, everything just thrown in there. I've got too much food. Look at this. There's before. Yeah, I've got to get doing that. I've been procrastinating on so much. You know, when it comes to helping somebody else out, not a problem. I will do like whatever. But when it comes to doing stuff for myself, well, I'm a procrastinator, and getting that winterized has been on my to-do list for quite some time now, so I think I'm going to tackle it today, or at least start it. I never had the Max Air fan installed because ever since I got the drain machine back in June of 2019, she's been very unreliable, and I've had to spend so much money mechanically to keep her on the road. And so when it comes to the cosmetic, well, I haven't had the funds. It's just the way it is. She was good when I first bought her, but she sat doing nothing from November of 2018 until June of 2019. So she sat like a whole winter, not being turned on, not being driven and everything, just there to rot and rust. And so I guess this was expected. But anyways, nonetheless, I put quite a bit of money into her mechanically, and yeah. So I don't think I'll ever have the Max Air fan installed into the drain machine. I'll probably just keep it for my next adventure. But nonetheless, I got to get busy cleaning up back there. I want to put, like, I got these. I bought these. They're just at the dollar store. So I'm hoping that there's not going to be no toxic breathable crap that goes into my lungs from it. But anyways, it's a thermoseal. It's see that? So I'm going to try putting these, because they're clear, I'm going to try putting these in the back window all the way down to the floor, and I'm going to tape it all the way around, and I'm not going to be using those doors in the winter time. I don't ever use the side doors or the back door in the winter time because this is all basically closed off and winterized. And this is what I'm going to put on there and see how it works. I mean, I can always take it down. It's only $1.25. I did get 2 of them. I don't know if I'm going to need them both. I would probably put the blackout curtains in my next build as well, like the front and back, because it does make a huge difference. Behind those curtains, even though in here it says it's 18 degrees right now, well, behind those curtains is probably like below 10. It's really chilly in there. It's like a fridge. I probably will pick up a cheap thermostat from the dollar store just so I can see, see what the temperature is in my fridge this winter. Yeah, I just gave myself a good idea here. But anyways, I'm going to get going here instead of talking and talking and talking. Let's get her done. But first, I'm going to feed a hungry cat. Or should I say kitten? So they sell these at the dollar store. $1 for a big can, and it's 400 grams in it. But I'd like to mention how the ingredients in this can here, this can of cat food, is far better than any of the ingredients that they put in, like, say, our pate or our human food. Like, the stuff they give us to consume is toxic. It shouldn't even be allowed. But the stuff they put in cat food, and this here, anyways, this can, it's called Pet Select. It's got pretty damn good ingredients, let me tell you. It's but anyways, this is what I'm going to give the little guy. I give him a little, a couple of tablespoons of this. Can you see? Seems to be a light there. But anyways, I've got the rest of this, and I just picked up another bag. at the dollar store as well. But anyways, I just give him a little bit every day, and it makes me happy to be helping out God's creatures. You know, we humans should be helping animals, not hurting them. You know, that's why I try not to eat meat. I just feel, there we go. I just feel like we don't really need to be eating meat to live. We've just been conditioned to think that way. And as a matter of fact, red meat is probably toxic for us. Oh, I don't need to open up the other bag. I thought that got plenty there. But anyways, what about jelly there? Ooh, I'll give that a bit. They actually use sunflower oil in this too. It's just amazing. Anyways, I'm amazed by the ingredients in this cat food, period. So yeah, now I'm going to put this outside here. And I got to disinfect this because it is a stray cat. And so I have to, so I put the Kleenex under there, throw that away, and disinfect with vinegar after. But anyways, I'll just transfer that like that. And here we go. Okay, so the cat food's out, but I also feed the squirrels. I have some chestnuts and acorns up there too. But wild bird seeds for the birds and some black sunflower seeds. Yeah, the squirrels eat this too. The squirrels really like the black sunflower seeds, especially the blue jays. They've got such amazing markings when you see them up close. The blue jays like some cat pellets they'll eat. Oh yeah, and the blue jays also fight with the squirrels for the peanuts here. It's quite fun watching them, actually. I love observing the animals. They act so different when humans aren't around. Okay, change of plans. The sun decided to come out and say hello, so I don't feel like doing anything except for sitting right here in my solarium. Yes, I said solarium, because when the sun is out, it's so warm and toasty and cozy up here. I just love it. I just don't want to be back there, and I could just sit up here and get lost in my thoughts, listen to my heart, and I love it. So instead of doing the back, which I've got plenty of time to do, I'm going to take advantage of the sun while it's out, and I'm just going to talk to you guys about what my plans are for this winter. I thought it through, and I just want a different experience. I went out west, where the winters are mild, a lot milder compared to here in Quebec. Quebec, the winters are going to be brutal. Lots of snow, very, very cold, sometimes like minus 30, but it can feel a lot colder. Just the snow is going to be a problem, I know, but I'm going to try not to see it that way. I'm going to look at it as like a bear hibernating. When I was out west last year, it was a great experience, but I always had to think of my needs being met, like because I had to always think about the temperature, so propane, where I'm going to sleep every night, just stuff like that, So when I'm thinking about my needs, my basic needs being met, I have no room to really be creative. So now this is what I want to share with you is this year I've got an opportunity, which I'm grateful for. So this year, I've made arrangements to use somebody's shore power. So I'm going to have electricity. So instead of using a catalytic heater, this year I'm going to be using a ceramic heater, which is going to be a lot more comfortable, a lot easier to, control the temperature, and a lot drier. So I'm really looking forward to this experience, and that's all it is. It's not going to be for a lifetime. It's going to be like a short, 16, 20 weeks. I can do it. So now that I'm hooked up to electricity and I've got my ceramic heater, well, that is a huge basic need, warmth and shelter. So the only thing that I really will have to worry about is water, because, well, yeah. But anyways, I'm just going to be focusing on deep inner healing. That's what I plan on doing with a lot of mindfulness. So I plan on getting back onto my regular eating habits. Before my trauma, I was on I had good eating habits. With my experience with narcissism, well, they will destroy everything about you. Your eating, your sleeping, I mean everything. And I'll talk more about that after. But that's mainly my goal, is to get back on track with my eating, with my sleeping, and all of that. Just heal myself. I need to learn to love myself, because until I learn to love myself fully and completely and unconditionally, well, I have no room to love anyone else. I have no access to Wi-Fi. I only have my own cellular data, but not much of it. I'm really not worried about social media, because when you're on social media, you kind of tend to, compare yourself to other people. So there's no room to create, and instead you compete. And so I've been off Facebook since June of last year. And I was addicted to YouTube. I was binge watching YouTube channels. So I noticed that kind of causes a lot of depression, because a lot of channels are fake. And so when you compare yourself, which you can't help it, when you compare yourself to other people, it just makes you feel bad about yourself, and it just brings depression. So I don't want to go on social media at all anymore. The only time I will go and watch a video or read up on something is when I want to educate myself on when it comes to health, nutrition, well-being, stuff like that. But other than that, I just really don't care to watch, especially Vandwellers. I mean, most of them are so fake. And I want to thank all the 66 subscribers that I do have. Speaking of subscribers, I want to get my subscribers authentically. I don't advertise my channel on any social media platform. Basically want a platform where I can speak my truth without being invalidated. So if you don't, or if anybody doesn't like what I have to say, well, there's so many other channels you're more than welcome to go and view. I more or less want subscribers that are tired with the way their lives are and are looking for change. So maybe I can inspire to give you a different perceptions, just different way of thinking, because most of the time when you change the way you think, no, it's not most of the time, it is. The only way you can change your life is to change the way you think. And for most people, that's hard to do, because you're programming and stuff like that. So, I heard that a man that can't change his mind can't change anything. So, I will give you an idea basically about the main topics that I will be talking about on this channel. And that is health and well-being, health and your well-being. I will be talking, of course, van life. That's obvious. I can't help but talk about it because it is a huge part of my life right now. I don't know how long I'll be a van dweller, but right now I have no desire to change it. And the last thing, of course, and I can't get her out of my head for some reason. I don't listen to the news. I don't look at much social media. And so why Gabby Petito has affected me, I just haven't been able to stop thinking about her and the Brian Laundrie case. When I seen the Moab police cam, I was just traumatized by watching this and observing that the police officers were just so narcissistic themselves. I mean, they were siding with Brian, of course, because they can relate to him. He's a narcissist. And poor Gabby was the victim, and she was actually made to be the victimizer, which was just so heart-wrenching to watch. And then to find out that she was actually, strangled to death by... So the third, that was a big mouthful, what I'm going to be talking about a lot, is cluster B personality types, which narcissism falls right into there. Mainly narcissism, what they're going to be talking about. I feel the need to really talk about this and hopefully help people that are not aware of how to recognize that they're in a relationship with a toxic person, with a narcissist, with a borderline, with an antisocial, with a psychopath, with a sociopath, whatever. All of them will cause extreme damage to your physical health and mental health. Believe that. I know I'm experiencing it. I've experienced it firsthand, and this is why I've got PTSD, CPTSD. My therapist seems to hint around that I have a lot of borderline personality traits. He can't give me the disorder because he's never given me the test. So, but he does say I have a lot of the traits, which I don't deny that, because in hindsight, when I look back at my relationships, whew. So the bottom line is I feel like if Gabby Petito knew that she was involved with a narcissist that cannot and will not ever change, then her outcome would have more than likely been a lot different than how the outcome did turn out. May she rest in peace, poor Gabby Petito. Like, how beautiful is that? That is beautiful. The beautiful thing about where I'm going to be staying this winter is I have no neighbors. Where I'm at, it's like a seasonal cottage-like place. So, you know, there's one, two, all of them are gone. Everybody's gone. I have absolutely no neighbors. So that makes me super stoked. Like I said, I don't like anybody around. It kind of like distracts my thinking process, but that's going to be like a big, big bonus. So, yes. But I also forgot to mention, right there, that's how close I am to the river. Like just a hop, skip, and a jump. Right there is the St. Lawrence River, and I love watching. Right now, the ships are still going by all the time. I don't know if they, you know, imagine the water's going to be freezing. I don't know if they busted up. I have no idea. But there's a lot of Canadian geese still floating around here. It's just beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. I love being by the river. I love being by any kind of body of water for that matter. So this right here is an added bonus. When the sun comes out, right at the front here, it becomes a solarium. It's so toasty, cozy, warm. I love it. I love it. And not to mention the view that I have, river right there. Ah, I'm so grateful. Yes, I am. I'm listening to my CD there, see it in the mirror. But yeah, at least now I'll be able to maybe cover up this moisture barricade. I'll certainly have time to do that. So have a look at it right now, because because it's all gonna change. But look how cozy that looks, huh? So cozy. Okay, so that's all I got for today. I'm just going to enjoy the sun while it's out. I'm going to be observing some animals here. But anyways, with that being said, guys, peace, love, and light from my heart to yours. See you next video.